organisasi graduate students Indonesia yang ada di Amerika atau di luar negeri secara umum, yang sehingga bisa menarik student-student yang lain untuk bergabung dan berkontribusi, dan salah satunya lewat acara ini. Jadi, kemudian yang kedua tentu saja IMSA Student sebagai bagian dari komunitas IMSA yang besar bisa sama-sama pada akhirnya nanti kan juga mungkin yang student juga ini students dan family ya, bisa punya family dan kemudian juga menjadi bagian dari IMSA yang besar. Itu saja mungkin sedikit pengantar dari saya. Terima kasih sekali lagi atas semua kerja keras dan kontribusinya. Semoga Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala menerima semua usaha kita dan menjadikannya barokah, bermanfaat tidak saja bagi diri kita sendiri tapi juga bagi orang banyak. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.
Terima kasih kepada Pak Arya atas opening remarks yang telah diberikan. Jadi kalau di Indonesia itu ada katanya pepatah, tak kenal maka tak sayang. Jadi selanjutnya kita akan berkenalan dengan IMSA Students, juga akan disampaikan informasi terkait recruitment. Jadi mungkin kalau di sini ada teman-teman yang baru datang dan baru bergabung dan mungkin ingin berkontribusi lebih lanjut di IMSA Students, akan dijelaskan detailnya oleh Listia. Silahkan kepada Listia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih banyak teman-teman sudah hadir pada kesempatan kali ini. Mungkin sudah makan dan semoga udah banyak energinya lagi untuk mendengarkan berbagai macam riset hari ini dari teman-teman kita. Nama saya Listia, saya dari Boston, mewakili teman-teman dari IMSA Students dan juga mewakili direktur kami yang sudah kembali ke Indonesia. Sedih ya. Tapi semoga kita bisa enjoy acara pada siang hari ini. Jadi seperti yang disampaikan oleh Pak Arya tadi, IMSA Student adalah bagian dari IMSA. Kita membantu komunitas Indonesian Muslim di North America dalam komunitas sosialnya. Tetapi untuk IMSA Student kita fokus kepada Muslim graduate students dan juga keluarganya di Amerika untuk bisa untuk mengembangkan intelektualnya, juga bisa bernetwork dan juga membuat komunitas dan keluarga dengan teman-teman graduate students and families di kampus-kampus lainnya di Amerika. Kemudian pada saat sekarang ini, inilah beberapa teman-teman IMSA Students di 2023. Kita ada direktur kita yang sudah kembali ke Indonesia, namanya Kak Fitri. Kemudian ada Muti di Secretary and Treasurer. Kemudian ada Kak Fiza di Social Media Manager. Kemudian ada dua divisi. Yang pertama itu Academic and Islamic Development. Dan kedua yaitu Student Care and Family. Di Academic and Islamic Development ada Mas Yudan dan Rana, kemudian di Student Care and Family ada saya dan Ihsan. Kami semuanya mencoba untuk memberikan wadah dan juga mensupport teman-teman graduate students dan juga families di Amerika dengan memberikan berbagai macam aktivitas dan program untuk saling mensupport sama lain. Seperti contohnya salah satu acara yang kita lakukan di bulan Juli waktu itu, tahun ini kita mengadakan celebration virtual untuk teman-teman IMSA students yang wisuda tahun ini. Kita menghadirkan kita menghadirkan secara virtual teman-teman yang wisuda. Kita appreciate mereka dan juga ditambah dengan academic talks. Jadi kita mengundang dua speakers, jadi dia bisa share tentang pengalamannya baik itu pre-graduation dan juga gimana plan selanjutnya setelah graduation. Kemudian untuk kurban, kita membantu IMSA Care untuk mempromosikan acaranya di lingkungan IMSA Students. Kemudian juga setelah graduation kita tentu welcome wajah-wajah baru ke Amerika. Jadi kita juga membuat acara webinar lagi, yaitu dalam navigating the Amerika sebagai international students dari Indonesia. Kita juga undang beberapa speakers, kebanyakan dari IMSA students. Kita berikan tips dan trik gimana caranya mempersiapkan diri untuk berkuliah di Amerika, seperti contohnya beberapa tips untuk bisa survive beberapa bulan di Indonesia, di Amerika, kayak sesimpel, nggak ada yang misalnya membahas tentang SIM gitu, SIM card untuk HP, itu kayaknya nggak banyak yang bahas di beberapa webinar, tapi waktu itu kami sempat bahas. Kemudian juga banyak diskusi lainnya di waktu acara tersebut. Kemudian juga kami memeriahkan 17 Agustus bersama speaker kita. Waktu itu kita mendiskusikan bagaimana kontribusi international students di Amerika untuk juga mengabdi kepada negara, mengabdi kepada Indonesia. Dan terakhir, ini acara paling ditunggu-tunggu setiap tahun. IMSA Students selalu berkontribusi di Muktamar. Kita melakukan gathering, biasanya kita melakukan 3 aktivitas. Yang pertama yaitu 3-minute thesis competition yang men-challenge students untuk bisa menyampaikan risetnya, menyampaikan apa yang mereka pelajari dalam waktu 3 menit, seconcise mungkin. Kemudian biasanya juga kita buat academic talks, kita menghadirkan speakers yang bisa share sesuai dengan temanya. Kemudian yang terakhir, games and networking session. Kita mau setelah muktamar kita bisa berteman satu sama lain, misalnya kalau ada opportunity riset, kolaborasi, kita bisa melakukannya setelah muktamar, seperti itu. Oke. Terakhir, karena ini biasanya setelah muktamar kita mau merekrut sebanyak mungkin teman-teman untuk ikut IMSA Students. Silahkan jika ingin bergabung dengan IMSA Students dan juga bisa membuat program-program menarik untuk tahun depan, silahkan di-scan linknya. Kita ada 5 divisi, yaitu Director, Secretary, Treasurer, Academic Development, Student Care and Family, dan Social Media Manager. Jadi feel free untuk memilih apapun, boleh mau milih direktur silahkan. Tapi jangan lupa untuk scan linknya, dan semoga kita bisa ketemu lagi di muktamar tahun depan di IMSA Students. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kepada Listia atas perkenalannya tentang IMSA Students. Selanjutnya kita masuk ke acara yang menarik nih, di mana di sesi berikutnya kita akan mendengarkan presentasi selama 3 menit dari teman-teman graduate, not only graduate students sepertinya. Jadi langsung aja kita mulai acaranya yang akan di MC-in oleh Mbak Sitin.
Oh, it's kebalik. Alright. Oke. Mohon maaf tadi ini ya agak rempong. Pegangin mic, pasangin mikrofon. Oke. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Teman-teman sekalian, perkenalkan nama saya Siti Nuraisyah Swanda. Saya PhD student, marketing PhD student di West Virginia University. Sekarang tahun kedua, dan saya mendapat amanat nih jadi MC ya untuk lomba kita kali ini. Nih muka-mukanya pada tegang-tegang banget, tepuk tangan dulu dong buat teman-teman sekalian. Muka-mukanya tegang gitu ya, kayak yang mau presentasiin apa, padahal mah santai aja ya Bapak Ibu teman-teman sekalian. Oke, sebentar ya. Seperti yang tadi Rana jelaskan, kita akan masuk nih ke salah satu sesi utamanya nih dari event IMSA Student di tahun ini, yaitu 3 Minutes Thesis Competition ya. Nah, ini sekarang saya akan menjelaskan beberapa peraturannya terlebih dahulu, oke? Peraturan pertama, a single static presentation slide is permitted, oke? No slide transitions, you know the drills. Lalu no additional electronic media, no additional props. Mungkin Bapak Abrori ini mau pakai ada kembang api gitu-gitu ya, nggak bisa ya Pak Abrori. Lalu presentations are limited to 3 minutes maximum, of course, because it's 3 minutes thesis presentations. Are to be spoken words. Presentations are to commence from the stage. Presentations are considered to have comments when the presenter starts their presentations. Jadi nanti waktunya akan dimulai ketika teman-teman mulai berbicara. Oke ya. Nanti akan ada timekeeper kita, Mas Ewangga di sini menggunakan iPad-nya. Jadi nanti ketika waktunya sudah 2 menit 30 detik, Mas Ewangga akan ngasih thumbs up. Ting, gitu ya. Lalu begitu waktunya sudah 3 menit, akan ada alarm berbunyi and you guys need to stop because you know or you guys will be disqualified, okay? Lalu presentations, the decisions of the adjudicating panel is final. Okay? Nah, sekarang saya akan menjelaskan urutannya. Jadi tadi teman-teman panitia sudah mengacak nama-nama teman-teman. Ini udah ada 11.000 sih. 11.000 konten. Nih saya akan menyebutkan urutannya aja sekarang ya. Jadi nanti biar langsung aja gitu urutannya, oke? Sebelum kita undang para adjudicator kita nih, para jurinya. Oke, ini urutannya ya teman-teman sekalian. Yang pertama Rana Farasati, yang kedua Nana Nuraini, yang ketiga Nida Ulhak Fitriah, urutan keempat Irhamni Ali, urutan kelima Daniar Kurniawan, urutan keenam Hafiza Novitariani, urutan ketujuh Zakiah Syafhil, urutan ke-8 Abrori Permana, urutan ini kenapa? Kayaknya paling banyak fansnya ya, Abrori Permana ini luar biasa memang ya. Tapi tetap dong ya, kalau nilai mah fair ya Bapak Ibu teman-teman. Oke, yang ke-9 Niken Putri, yang ke-10 Listia Hairunisa, last but not least urutan ke-11 Syahidah Muhammad Khairi. Oke, itu tadi urutannya ya teman-teman. Jadi nanti langsung aja akan saya panggil maju ke depan, silahkan di situ. Dan ingat waktunya akan dimulai ketika teman-teman mulai berbicara. Lalu nih ada pesan sponsor dari para panitia juga, hadiahnya. Spicy. Mobil 1000 pintu ya Bunda. Oke, hadiah pertama $200. Hadiah kedua $175. Hadiah ketiga $150. Lumayan ya kan. Oke, langsung aja. Without further ado, saya panggilkan dulu nih ya para juri-juri kita yang kece-kece. Juri yang pertama adalah Design Researcher di Perkins Eastman, Dr. Widya Ramadhani. Hati-hati Bu. Ini yang kedua nih, Zumba Instructor, Pilates Instructor, dan Asisten Profesor from Mississippi State University, Dr. Fikriah Winata. Ini juga paling banyak fansnya seantero IMSA ya. Nih last but not least nih, Senior Scientist at Orion Genomics. Oh my, sounds heavy, right? And also Director of PT Orion Bioscience. Wow. Give it up for Pak M. Arif Budiman. Silakan maju ke depan. Silakan Bapak. Oh ya ampun, mohon maaf. Satu lagi nambah ya? Nambah gimana? Harus ganjil? Gimana? Oke. Oh ya udah.
Next time we have to finish.
I know, right? One more judges. Nih, tapi peserta pada gak usah 3 aja gitu. Mohon maaf ya, Prof. I'm so sorry. Oke, atuh ya, langsung aja kita mulai. Are you guys ready? Judges ready? Oh.
Give us two.
Oke, sorry. Got it. Oke, jadi tadi katanya jurinya butuh waktu 2 menit dulu ya untuk buat ngobrol. Silahkan. Sambil nunggu judges ya, ini saya mau keliling-keliling dulu boleh ya untuk nanya para peserta nih. Ini ada satu peserta, ibu hamil, 8 months. And like she's still participating, right? Halo Teteh Nunue, apa kabarnya?
Alhamdulillah baik.
Deg-degan gak?
Ya, karena sitin panggil deg-degan mahal.
Alah, aku punten pisan. Semoga atuh ya, semoga. Ini ada lagi nih. Nah, ini nih yang paling banyak fansnya seantero IMSA. Bapak nanti presentasinya soal apa, Pak?
Soal riset kita kan.
Baik, ya wes. Ini sambil nunggu juga. Right? Exactly, of course. With his hair and like flipping hair like that, right? Ini buat okay. Buat teman-teman yang haus juga sama teman-teman panitia udah menyiapkan snack di sebelah sana. Ada beng-beng you guys. Come on, beng-beng, right? Oke, langsung aja. Judges ready ya? Peserta ready? Oke, kalau gitu langsung aja saya panggilkan peserta pertama, Rana Farasati.
You down.
Oke, biasa.
Hello everyone, my name is Rana Farasati. I'm a graduate student from University of Nebraska, studying agronomy with specialization in soil science. So, have you ever wondered how technology can transform our traditional agriculture? Consider oil palm, a silent hero working 24/7 to fulfill our essential needs. 40% of the global vegetable oil coming from oil palm, where Indonesia is actually the major producer of it. However, despite this spotlight, we face certain issues about the yield gap, especially for the farmers with 40% yield gap found in their fields. It is basically because of the improper management that we have in their field. So how we can address this yield gap? So we began to answer this by asking farmers about an interactive tool to manage their field. So surprisingly, for the 80% of 804 farmers in Indonesia in 6 provinces, they show a positive feedback about the prospect of this tool. Based on this high interest, we move further to create specific tools. We call it Opajon. So Opajon here is a virtual farm assistant, which also a site-specific and user-friendly that can be farmers' best friend. So OpenJohn is actually a one-stop hub application that can be accessed in web and also in mobile at opa.co.id. It is built based on the expert system and artificial intelligence. OpenJohn offers 6 beneficial features for the farmers. There are farmers' diary, climate records, group discussion, fertilizer recommendation, technical assistance, and also the yield prediction. So you can picture this. The farmers start to use OPA, and they try to use OPA as their diary. They put everything about their yield, and also they can record how their yield gonna be when the weather is changing, and they can monitor the crop growth. Based on that, they can get the best scenario possible. So with using OpaJohn, the farmers can also increasing the livelihood because they can have a better knowledge and also promoting sustainability. Thank you.
Oh, hold on. What's the extra time for Rana?
30 seconds.
13, sorry. All right, Rana, good one. Next. Oh, sorry guys. Ya, sambil persiapan ya. Nunui. Saya mau ingetin juga ada beng-beng sebelah sana. Kalau nggak mau nanti saya yang ambil semuanya. Silakan dimakan.
Ada yang mau mulai silakan.
Iya. Nih selanjutnya nih a journey to find a cure for autism. Sounds amazing. Dari Mayura. Oops. Timekeeper lapar. Aduh, silakan. Kalau enggak. Oke. Untuk Nana Nura ini silahkan waktu dan tempat.
Makan beng-bengnya dulu. Ya.
Boleh nggak kamu pesannya bersama jadi kita lihat kamu. Nah, selain ke audiens kita juga lihat. Ya, itu good.
Okay, raise your hand if you have a friends with special needs or with autism. Okay, I think pretty much of you have it. Okay, so imagine your children keep flapping their hands, constantly having trouble with socializing, and on top of that, they are bullied at school. That's because they have autism. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects how brain develops and works. 1 to 44 children are diagnosed with autism. This is the kind of neurodevelopmental disorder that are really hard to be cured. And one of the strategies for them to cope with this is by camouflaging. You know, the chameleon. When they are on trees, they turn green. When they are on the trunk of tree, they turn brown. They're constantly adapt to their environment. Believe it or not, they will succeed. But most of the time, they're still struggling with depression, stress, so I guess camouflage is not the best idea to cure autism. So my research aimed to explore camouflaging and brain in order to develop better treatment for autism. Let's talk about brain. Imagine brain like a roadmap in the big city, which has tons of intersections with red lights and green lights. In our brain, we had billions of cells called neurons, and all of these neurons are having conversation with each other with synapses. Synapses are kind of like junctions that have ability to communicate with each synapses. In people with autism, the red light or the synapse has failed to control the flow of information. That's why they have trouble in social communications. And our research is find the cure for the autism. So we develop clinical trials with propranolol, which are believed to be affordable, effective, and accessible for everyone. So hopefully our trial goes well. So I believe in the future, people with autism doesn't need to be camouflaged anymore. They can be themselves. They can communicate. They can communicate effectively. And without your help, if you have friends with autism, if you have relatives or anyone that you know will have autism, please come to our lab. We can help people with autism to find the best treatment so they can have better life and better future. Thank you.
Wah, luar biasa. That's a really good job. Nana Nuraini. Nih, by the way, jadi saya juga baru Google ya, 3-minute thesis competition itu tuh ternyata dibuat, founded by University of Queensland. Gitu. Awalnya banget gitu ya. Up next, siap-siap Nida Ulhaq. Nanti habis Nida Ulhaq, siap-siap Irhamni Ali ya.
Oh, Nida.
Fansnya Nida ada 11.700 orang ya.
Ini apa ini?
Nanti tunggu juri ya.
Belum mulai.
Hello everyone. My name is Nida. I just graduated 3 weeks ago from University of Chicago, Masters of Applied Data Science. Okay, so let me start with a scenario. Let's imagine that you are buying something online. It's something that you've been waiting for days or even weeks, and you are so excited to get the package. But then, when it arrives, it comes in this crush shape like this. No one can guarantee the items inside the package. It must be quite annoying experience, right? It must. Okay, sorry. While it may be frustrating, it may not really be a big problem for us as a customer. However, if we see the exact same problem from the perspective of a shipping company, it could be different. They've been affected with much greater impact. A specific shipping company that I work with for this project, they can lose up to $26 million annually due to these damaged package claims. That is why me and my team, we built an automated image review system for identifying poorly loaded trailers. Poor loading practices can increase the chance of damaged package. In other words, we aim to prevent this incident happen once a truck arrives at its destination. So how we did that? We achieved our objective with these 3 steps. First, we categorized approximately 10,000 trailer images into 2 categories. The first one is fast, which is a good-to-go trailer, and the second category is fail, which indicating a poorly loaded trailer. Then we built a convolutional neural network model, which is a specific type of machine learning model designed for image recognition. Then we fed this model with a bunch of images that we have labeled before, so that our model can learn how to differentiate between good and bad trailers. Finally, we integrated the algorithms into company's existing application, allowing our model to complement the existing business application process in the company. So now, every time loaders put the package into the truck, they can simply just take the pictures of the trailers and upload it to the apps, and they will get some prediction results as well as some messages if the trailer is detected as a poorly loaded trailer. This way, the company can address the damage risk by adding more safety equipment like airbags or straps, leading to the improvement of quality service as well as financial savings for the company. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Nida. Up next, Irhamni Ali. Is that you? Nida, can you please pass him the microphone? I think one thing that I like about Pre-MT is that we can, it can be a forum, an exchange of knowledge forum, and you can share your thesis or research to other people in different fields. Are you ready?
All right, yes.
Okay, let's wait until the judges.
All right.
You don't have any slides?
I don't have any slides, sorry.
Ooh, but you have the confidence, right? Of course.
For the observation, so
That's,
yeah.
okay, you should wait from the judges. Irhamni Ali.
Irhamni Ali.
Yeah. Sorry.
After this is
Daniel Kurniawan.
I'm a PhD student at the University of Texas, taking information science, and I'm taking data science as my concentrations right now. So, okay, I would like to present my research, but before that, I would like to ask you who's in here is using libraries, especially for the government data right now. So, all right. So you can imagine how hard to find large government data, especially in libraries. So my research is doing link open government data for libraries, especially in Indonesia, how they are ready to implement link open government data. And what is the link open government data? Link open government data is some kind of a new technology that can make data understand, that computer can understand semantically using ontology and also web semantics. So in this research, we will try to elaborate what factors that library could implement this kind of technology in the futures in Indonesia. So based on the research, we try to do a questionnaire of the across library across Indonesia, and the research itself came with, there are three elements that libraries are not ready. The first one is about the compatibility of data, because libraries don't have any standard data in Indonesia. They don't use standard data. And the second one is about the it's about the external support. They don't have some kind of a don't know who's going to support them. And the third one is about the pressures from their peers. And we all know that currently Indonesia is trying to transition from one only single research institutions. So because of that, libraries change a lot. Libraries have tsunamis. They don't know how to engage with their client, because all of the researchers is now moving to the new institution. So my research will be in the future. There's a lot of things that we need to do in the future in order to make libraries more ready to engage with linked open government data. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
What an interesting research. He still has 36 seconds left, by the way. Okay, so up next, get ready, Daniar. Can you pass him the microphone? His name is Daniar Kurniawan. Wait until they're, they're noticed. Hold on, wait a minute.
We good.
Okay.
All right, before we begin, I would like to ask you something. So I might be stating the obvious here, but who doesn't know Instagram?
Ini sama kamu aja.
You don't know? All right,
Nanti aku
talk
kasihin ke
about
kamu
it
terus.
later after this one. All right? Okay, so how about recommendation systems? These two words might sound unfamiliar to some of you. Recommendation systems. So what is recommendation systems? It is basically a smart research that can practically read your mind. For example, when you scroll TikTok or Instagram and you watch a cat videos, cute little cat videos, and you might be wondering, how come the next day there are so many cat videos in my homepage? How? That's the work of the recommendation systems. So now let's talk about the connection between Instagram and recommendation systems. So basically, Instagram is powered by a very smart recommendation system. It's not like a manual person that will take care of your account. Oh, for example, John. John like to see cat videos, so next time I will put a bunch of cat videos. There's nothing like that. So it's a very smart and complex system. And when we are talking about Instagram, we are talking about the system that gobbles up thousands of gigabytes of memory. In perspective, for example, your iPhone, your top of the line high-end laptop, it only has 16 gigabytes usually. But for this complex recommendation system, it has thousands gigabytes just for one recommendation system. And here's the problem. With only one recommendation system, it can only serve a handful of memory. However, Instagram used by billions of users around the world. So, how to do that? How to serve billions of users? In my line of research, basically we are the memory wizard. We harness the power of multi
money out of her 401.
Guys. Children
Money out of her
and
401.
all the children
Money out of her
and
401.
all the children
Money out of her
and
401.
all the
6-month-old. I was really, and then my wife had to stay there. And then we had a 2-year-old, so I couldn't just all stay there. So it was really, but we were able to get Takaful insurance to kind of cover us for the rest of the time we were there. And that's because they have a developed economy here. And so if we want things here, we have to make sure that we kind of invest in this economy. So I'm almost telling y'all to say, Muhammad, thank you all, and I'll be here, inshallah. Thank you. No problem, thank you. You already have an account. Yeah, make sure you have. Oh, of course. How you going to okay. Oh yeah, those are not our Sharia compliant funds. Yeah. So the Turner Capital has like 16 funds, but only those 4 are the Sharia compliant ones. So a Mana Mutual Fund is a trust, and they hire the Turner Capital to do all the fund administration. Okay. But that's you understand your part? Yeah.
So I'm the president of the organization IMAM. IMAM.
Imam, yeah, I know Imam.
Yeah, okay. So that's why we are interested to. You want to write on that?
Okay, just wait. All right, we'll just go right here.
So I do believe all of you here know about the serotonin. What is the serotonin actually? So this compound has been produced by your body and regulates all moods. If you have happy, good mood, it means you produce serotonin a lot. What is then the function of the serotonin? They also control the nausea, and also thanks for the serotonin because you can go regularly to the bathroom because your intestinal bowel movement regularly controls by serotonin. And the other thing is it also helps you all to sleep well because if you have these compounds. And then from where the serotonin produced by our body? 95% serotonin is coming from your gut or from small intestines or large intestines, which is traveling into your brains. That's all your brain can work well. And as the previous topic, this also helping the serotonin to make the autism making better. However, right now some research or some studies found that is it real that serotonin can help you or making you better? Who believes that serotonin always good? Can you raise your hand? Unfortunately, has been found that if you have higher serotonin levels, you are really in danger because of probably high inflammations in the small intestine happening now. So what I'm doing in my research, we're deleting one interested gene in our small intestine, in our knockout mice, and then we found a similar thing here, which is in our knockout mice or our mice. When we knock out or we delete these genes, the serotonin level increase, and the mouse has susceptibility to have gastrointestinal disease called colitis. So then the question is it real serotonin good for us? Or actually it can be an indicator that something bad happened in your small intestines. So then in the future, when we understand about the related or the function of the serotonin linked to the small intestine, it can be like a therapeutic strategy, and further, it still be questionable. Is it real serotonin, your friend, or it can be a fool for you? Thank you.
Wait for the judges. Okay.
Double.
Wireless.
While waiting for the judges, let me introduce myself. I'm Nika Putri. I'm from University of North Texas, third year. Right. Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nigani. Who of you ever heard of fake news, misinformation? So my research is about misinformation, but we recently just find out that it's a wicked problem. Now, wicked problem has been the buzzword of every journal. Wicked problem, grand challenge, you find it in every journal nowadays. What is it actually? It's a complex problem. So multiple goal, multiple constraint. It's a big thing. I'm talking about the scale, societal scale, and it requires a multi-stakeholder solution. So it's not non-linear solution. It's not silo solution. So why is misinformation a complex problem? So what misinformation is complex is if you can see this model, you see the victim of misinformation is social media users. They don't know that they are the victim. So classical economic transaction is you have a good, I have money, we have economic transaction. But social media user doesn't feel victimized because social media is free. Or so they thought. It is not free. The platform sell the data, behavioral data to the advertisers. So to keep on feeding them, they will need what we call an attention management model. It's a business model, so they will be engaged by clickbait, fake news, sensational news, whatever you have, you name it, it's in here. And these users, which is called astroturfer, live in here, they have bots, social bots, and they keep on making profit living from social media. Now, this is a big problem because as you can see in the individual level, it causes biases, but it also causes the byproduct in the social level, which is increasing echo chamber as a result of Instagram programmatic model algorithm. The model, and it increased polarization, extremism, as we can see from the US presidential election, Trump versus Hillary 2016, and also in Indonesia. And the mitigation problem has been done, but it is so siloed. It is not multidisciplinary approach. So what we need now is multi-stakeholder governance to overcome this. As long as this business model alive, the misinformation will still be here. Okay. That's all from me. If you want to know the impact and how to handle, buy me some somai or learn from us. Thank you so much.
Interesting research. Right, up next we have Listia Hairunisa. How are you feeling? I answered.
Nggak bagus. Nggak bagus. Minum dulu, minum dulu.
Before we start, my name is Listia. I go to Northeastern University studying public administration, public policy. I'm from Padang. No, BD actually. We good. If you have the means, the willingness, the money, regardless of the brands, would you consider buying an electric car or a traditional high emission car? Electric car. Great answer. And I want to bring all of us to Morowali in Central Sulawesi, Indonesia, a place that makes Indonesia a significant global player in nickel mining industry that amounts to 39% of global production. This nickel is like diamond for companies like Tesla to build their own batteries for their electric vehicles. There's an ongoing debate on this. On one hand, people said that, oh, it's an economic growth for Indonesia. Big companies like Tesla will invest in Indonesia. But on the other side, people think like, oh, how will the bad environmental impact for the communities and for the environment in Sulawesi, right? In nickel industries has cleared 500,000 hectares, an area the size of Bali, and then the deforestation, a significant increase of 25% of water pollution, posing threats to marine life and local ecosystem to 107 indigenous communities. My research is seeking to answer the question of how nickel mining industries balance the economic growth and also the environmental sustainability for Indonesia. With using cost-benefit analysis, I want to understand more on the dilemma and then how can we approach this situation. I propose two policy options. The first one is to implement sustainable mining practices with long-term environmental and also economic impact. It can create job opportunities, but in a more sustainable way. However, there are a lot of also discussion on how can it be more sustainable because the mining has been there for a long time. And then the second policy option is to implement research and development for green technologies. Big companies can create more departments on doing research, so we can improve the technologies in Indonesia. And then lastly, I want to close by we need strong government regulations. And then I want to leave a question with all of us. What if sustainability is not a buzzword for the future of Indonesian nickel industry? Thank you.
Thank you. Up next. Last but not least, Syahidah Mohaibi. on camera. Oh my God. I'm nervous now.
Bisa dibantuin acara ini.
Nggak lihat juri sama sekali. Nggak lihat juri.
I'm Chaitya Mohammed Khairi. I'm a third-year PhD student in chemical engineering at University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Imagine if the colors on our clothes were fade and can be seen. Imagine we don't need to buy new clothes just to fit the colors with the theme, like for Yamanisa or our gala dinner tonight, or when it looks old. Usually, colors of dyes and pigments on our shirts are based on chemical structure. When chemical reaction happens, when with UV or heat, color will change or fade. But subhanAllah, in nature, colors come from structured color. Without chemical reaction, when light passes through the tiny ordered structures like crystal or lattice, only certain color is transmitted or reflected, because different colors have different speed through materials, just like rainbow. For example, these peacock feathers don't have blue and green pigments, but with tiny ordered cylinders in the feathers, only certain colors reach our eyes. Compared to pigments, structural color will last as long as the structure remains and can be tuned immediately with the structure. So how can we mimic structural color? One way is to make a crystal pattern of very tiny particles, 100 times smaller than our hair. With other pattern, light can travel in a certain way and produce the color that we want. But how can we arrange these particles? They are very tiny, so of course we cannot use our hands. But because they are micro-sized, that other structure is actually preferred, because that minimizes the thermodynamics energy. They can self-assemble themselves when you pack the particles closely, for example using electric fields, and then produce structural color. Next, how can we tune the color? So my research used M&M-like particles to produce tunable structural color with two advantages: shape and orientation. First, from spheres of the same size, we can compress the particles with different forces to make different M&M shapes. Here, it changes from blue to red as we compress the particles. Second, because they are not fully symmetric, we can rotate the particles from laying flat to standing vertically and vice versa. So this will change the tiny pattern seen by the incoming light and so the color. So in summary, we can change the structural color on demand using self-assembled tiny M&M particles by just changing shape and orientation. So we can immediately change the color of our clothes for the gala dinner tonight and save money and environment. And then we can spend more money for sadaqah and make the world a better place.
Thank you so much. Oh, and guys, that's our last presenters officially. Juga dari Panitia, we will have a group picture together, and all of you will have some like surprises. Peserta maksudnya dapat hadiah ya. You get a prize. You get a prize. Okay, so without further ado, I will give this back to Rana Parasati as the MC. to lead with the group pictures and everything. Oh, oke. Rupanya saya yang nge-lead Bapak Ibu sekalian di foto ya. Okay, so up next is group pictures, right? Okay, so for all presenters, please come forward because there will be a group pictures and you will get a prize from the committee. Nana Nuraini, Ida Ulham, Islam, and Irhami Ali, Daniel Kurniawan, Rana Parasatul Force, Hafiza, Zakia, Abrori, Niken Putri, Destia, Syahida. I know, right? How to look good all the time.
Number 1.
Ayo pada berdiri lurus ya semuanya. Silahkan. Okay, are you guys lining up? Please line up, you guys. Ayo masnya digeser. Silahkan, please make a line. Oke, ini ada simbolis sedikit oleh-oleh dari panitia sebagai apresiasi. Terima kasih sudah berpartisipasi dan juga share penelitiannya ya. Kayak ya, terima kasih juga untuk panitia. Oke, selanjutnya group picture. Silahkan merapat. You ready? Apparently you're the photographer. Okay, 1, 2, say cheese. Say Muktamar. Last one, IMSA students. Iha. Okay.